Hello everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. Today we're going to be doing a bit of grass cutting because it's, as you can see, we've gone forward a couple of months and the grass has finally grown. Now, the grass is ready to the harvest at the perfect time. So, I've got a plan for this year. What I'm going to do is go cut the grass, sell it off. I'm not going to make a lot of money. If anything, I'm going to lose money because I need to hire some stuff out and I need to buy some little bits of equipment. So I'm just going to do that and sort that out. Once grass is cut, once grass is cut, I'm going to end up putting some oat down on both fields, because by the time they are able to harvest, it'll be about June, July, which is also the time where I can start growing wheat as well. So I can get two things done this year. As you've seen, I just picked up a windrower. There was a tractor and a weeder there, just ignore that. Was part of the contract that I ended up giving up on because for some reason the weeder wasn't working. And yeah, so I leased out a windrower and a, what do you call them? Forage harvester, that's the one. So basically a wagon that picks up the grass now off the ground. Yeah, so first things first, I've got to start cutting the grass. So this took probably about 10 minutes really, because this field isn't very big and these cutters do get quite a large area, so it didn't really take too long in each field. But what I'm doing is I'm doing one field, then getting the windrow out like I am now. Obviously putting the grass into straight piles so I can bring the forager over it. Then I'll be picking up the grass with the forager, selling that off, and then once I've finished collecting everything off that field, then I'll go over it with the seeder and planting down the oats, and then I'll move on to the next field. So usually I'll go cut the grass on one field and the next field, and then sort of move over and do both fields on the same thing. But I could not be bothered to do that. I thought it's probably a bit more efficient to do it this way, so I'd just get one field done and then move on to the next field once you completely finish with it. So yeah, so picking up the grass now with the forager wagon. As you can probably see on the left of the tractor, there's some of the old cotton there from when the cotton got harvested, because apparently I cannot seed anything to save my life. So you might notice that the grass has kind of gone around the circles. That's just mostly out of necessity because of the trees at the bottom of the thing. I'd already started cutting down some of the trees, and there's still a couple in the way, so yeah, no straight lines at the moment. Anyway, so I brought the grass up to the animal market. It's pretty much the only place you can do it, but it gives off a good bit of money. I think it's like 420 quid per unit or something, whatever the unit of measurement is. But full with this wagon filled to the brim, I'll get about £1,089. So that's pretty good. It's not too bad for one bit of grass. Once I finished all that off, got a little bit of money in, got the seeder ready, filled it up with some solid manure, fertiliser, and filled it to the brim with seeds and started planting the oats down. It's got a cultivator fit to the front of it, so I don't need to go over the field with a cultivator, so I can just go straight for it. Saves time, saves petrol, because petrol usage on this game is set to high, so it's an expensive endeavour. Anyway, as you can see, I'm using the ridge markers again so I can work out where I'm supposed to be going. Keep the spacings right, make sure I'm not missing anything, because I didn't do that last time, because I'm stupid. So this took about 5 minutes again to do, not too long. So, speaking about the fuel, it was coming up to the point where I was getting critically low on it. As you can see in the corner there, it's basically just a few pixels of it left, flashing red at me and complaining. So, I had to go and fill it up. It was about, God, how much did it cost? Like about, it'll come up in a second, it was like 340 something, I think it was. Not really too sure why I turned the engine off there, there's no point. Yeah, £345. Yeah, so somewhat expensive, but not too bad. Let's go get worse as I get bigger vehicles and that later on down the line. So anyway, I went back, cut the grass in the other field, then started collecting it up again. Guys, took about 4 goes to get all that done. Started running low on funds, just bought a couple of bits. So I did a fertilising contract, which didn't take too long. I quite like the fertilising contracts because they're just pretty simple. You just sort of drive up and down, and you can be a bit willy-nilly about it, especially if you've got something that's got a 24 metre spread on it, so it's not too bad. So the tractor I was using, the fertiliser contract, I'll use to take the forage wagon back up for the last unloading, so I can just pretty much complete the contract here, get rid of the tractor, and then de-lease the forage wagon and the Emerald. So it just makes it a little bit more simple, saves me having to drive back up and just sort of spawn into the other tractor. So yeah, we're getting about 4,650 quid off of that, so that's not too bad, that's pretty good. Good amount of money. And then yeah, just de-lease and everything. Yeah, just went back to the field again, just did what I did last one, just started putting the oats down. With the seeder. Didn't take too long, it took about 10-12 minutes for this one, because this field's just a little bit bigger. But it didn't take too long at all. So the next thing I had to do was I checked the fields, and apparently there was already some weeds growing, so I went and took out a bit of a loan and bought a large weeder for £45,000. Yeah, just to get the weeds up and that, so I kept that because that's going to be needed. The last thing I did on this was packing up the flatbed, putting these pallets on, so you may notice that I've got a new greenhouse as well. I don't know if you saw, but I had 2 other greenhouses. I can't remember if they were in the last video or not. But I had 2 other greenhouses, but for some reason they weren't working. So I got rid of them and just got this large one. So what I'm packing up here is pallets of strawberries. So I'm going to fill the flatbed all the way up. I might even double stack, but I'm going to wait until it's full, and then I can take the pallets to the farmer shop and sell them off, and I should get quite a bit of money off of this, especially once I've filled up the flatbed, especially if I'm going to double stack them. So yeah, that was it for this run. Yeah, grass cut, oats laid, seeded, some pallets stacked. Yeah, so I'm just going to park up and hop off to bed. So yeah, it took a whole in-game day running at ×5 speed to do all that. So it took a while. It took about 2.5 hours in real time. So it was a little bit of a stretch, but it's all good. So yeah. Anyway, I'll see you later.